Can you hear me better now? Now, having lectured to some of you people every year, I thought I have to think of something different. But I couldn't think of anything. But was there anybody here today that attended the intermittent? Actually, I had a directive from the promoters of the Congress. They wanted me to talk about my life in dancing. They gave me 30 minutes. Now, I started dancing when I was there, and I'm now 76, so to get that into 30 minutes, this is a long time. But what I wanted to do was to try to show you what the principles of dance were given to us back in 1951 when I first started. A long time ago. Now, so you've got to make this picture. There was this young, junior, handsome, dark-haired, perfect body. But that wasn't me. I had red hair, believe it or not, it was red. I've got one more rib on this side than I've got on this side, so you can see it. Right? And I had one leg longer than the other. And Her Majesty's Army didn't want me because my leg was longer than the other. So I walked in there like that, and I danced out like that. Right? Because they didn't want me. But, so, what did I learn from those early teachers? The first thing, ladies and gentlemen, was they never talked to us very much about the top line. How much show do you want? Right? 90% of the lesson was directed to the lower part of the body. And if you think about it, if we build a house, we start with the foundations. We don't start with the roof. When we put the foundation down, we have to be careful that the roof fits perfectly on the top. Am I getting an echo? Why am I getting an echo? If I stand here, is it better? Right. Is an echo? It's okay now. Right. So, they talk to us so much about, first of all, where should the body weight be? For every ballroom dancer, the body weight must be over the balls of the feet. When you walk in the street, if you walk well, you walk with your body weight there. You do not walk with your body weight there. If I think about the ladies, it is exactly the same. But I have to say, most of you ladies dancing today don't do that. Most of you put your body weight and head weight behind your foundation. So we get something like this. Okay? So now when you move, ladies, you move this first. And then you try and take a step. And then you complain that the boys are holding you too tight. So, we were taught body weight over the balls of the feet. Okay? And in many of our lessons, the first few moments of the lesson was to simply walk with your partner. Walking forwards, walking backwards. Notice I didn't change my body weight to move backwards, I move forwards, I move backwards. So, that was the first exercise. That was our warming up exercise. Because there used to be a very, very famous lady in England. She was one of our dancing pioneers. Many of the figures you dance, all the technique that you dance today, this lady was one of the pioneers and the founders of that. And her name was Josephine Bradley. And she said to me one day, she said, Anthony, she said, if you can't walk with your partner, how do you expect to dance with her? And I never forgot that. Never. Right? And that's why those of you that have lessons with me know I am so strong on where the body weight should be, and I want the elegance of the lady. Right? I don't want this. Right. Max, come here. So this is what we don't want from the girls, right? Now, look where I put that. Now I want you to walk up the ball. It's impossible, right? So if I move up, I dance, my weight is on the ball of the foot, I count dance, and we walk. And we walk back. We don't change the body. He's still very good, he can still walk. Now, so yeah, we can joke and we can laugh about it, but that is the foundation of your dance movement. Okay? Now, so from that base, we were told and taught how to shape our legs and our feet. Think about how to shape your legs. So for example, if I was doing a feather step from here, I don't dance straight, 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 turn. My legs have got shape. Through an action. Or they have a shape. Quick. If I do the feather finish, I don't go back to turn. I start from my body turn, my leg starts to shape the turn. So, quick. 3 step. From there, the legs have a shape to them. Shape. Right? Now, think about, again, what is the natural instinct for the human body if it wants to turn. So I'm walking down the street, and I want it to turn into a shot. I don't do that. That's like the Americans do their drill. Only the Americans could think that up. Now, what we do as we're walking down, we put our weight and we curve into it. I want to turn right, I put my weight there, and my legs curve. Especially when you think about your tango as well. Always we do straight. It's got to come through. The leg's going to come through this way. Not straight. So, from those early lessons, I believed in my later dancing life, actually probably even after I retired from dancing professional, was that there was no such thing as a straight step. Shall I repeat that? No such thing as a straight step. That's straight, that's straight. This is shaping. 1, 2, 3. Right? Also, when you turn, your foot naturally turns. Your foot will naturally turn. You won't turn with it like that. Now, it's the thing actually that when we actually think about it, even if you put your arms out to the side, hands naturally should turn out. We don't do that. That will naturally turn out. Okay? So the picture I'm trying to build up to you now, ladies and gentlemen, is that the art of dancing is there is no magic to it. It's logic. It is exactly what we are designed to do. Now, other things that I learned about this area was that the biggest mistake a dancer can make is to step outside his or her body. Meaning, if I do that, I've stepped out. My centre can't get there correctly. So now what we were taught was to understand that's half a walk, that is the end of a walk. 2 feet under my body. Half a walk, the end of a walk. Half a walk, the end of a walk. So even in my teaching in the last few days, I've had people dancing the slow foxtrot like this. Open, 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 open. So every time they've hit that floor, they've dropped the weight. Now, the poor girl now is being pushed. She's not any help now. So, what we were taught was pass, 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 pass the feet, aim the foot, pass the feet, quick, quick, slow. Hello, Dad? No, you know who this is? Yes, yeah, known him for a long, long time. Right. So yeah, he was a good dancer as well. Passed it on to his daughter. Right, so here we go. So we've got slow foxtrot, slow foxtrot, slow foxtrot, slow foxtrot. Now, can I move any more than that? I could a few years ago, maybe, right? But not by bigger steps. By perfecting the point of balance through the arc of swing. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you'll be very happy to know I'm going to introduce my partner. She was the highlight and the star of the partnership. Alessia? Now, I really need to put the microphone down now, so I hope you can hear me. Now, I talk a lot, and I talk about it because this is what I was taught when I was a young dancer. And when we're standing together, first of all, I did the walking exercise with Master. Then, you take it? Right. Don't push me or I might fall over. Now, so I start to take my action of walk. Now, it's nothing to do with the moving leg. It's what I'm doing in the supporting leg, and I move on to that leg. Now, I have now created, if you look, girls, look, there's a triangle underneath her body, from her right foot to her left foot. If you look at me now, there's a triangle under my body. Then from my back foot to Alessia's back foot, there's a third triangle. That one is very important because as I'm rolling out of my foot, Alessia is helping to control the delivery of our weight towards the floor. Now, what we see so much from the girls today, because of the posture, is they can't do that because they're being wedged, right? So, you can see now why I can't turn, I can't control. Right? So now we have to create the division. We can rock that division. You can see already I'm taking this little bottom Okay? So, but if it goes down in front of you, right, you're finished. Okay? So, ladies, if we watch, unless you swim as well. That's lovely. Leopard skin. Right. So, if you take this foot back down for me, please. Just take it back. Right. Now, look at the angle she's got there. Now, she's going to roll into the ball of the foot. That is the all-important part, girls. That point from toe to ball. Right? Because if you have no balls, you right. So, if we start on that foot, you'll see that you really use that ball of foot. Slowly. Slowly. Now, I'm returning that. I'm controlling it through the ball of my foot. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3. Right. Right? Did you see that? Beautiful feet. Really well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's about priorities as well. For our German friends, Priorities. Is that right? Right. Something like that. Right. Priorities. What are your priorities? Do you want all the show? Sorry, what's all sitting there? Do you want all the show here? Be out of time, be out of balance, right? Not enjoying your dance with your partner? Or do you want to get the fundamentals correct so that we can produce this beautiful, soft and musical movement? Now, we're going to use a little bit of music now. Good, where have you got? Before the thing, we can put the slow foxtrot. Track 11. Track 11. Now, I'm going to show you now how these fundamentals can give you either good musicality or bad timing. Now there is a difference between being in time with the music and being musical. A beginner can be in time. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1. He's in time, but he's not dancing, not music. Right? So, here we go. Under that. He was my absolute idol. He could put a girl here And this girl could do, whatever girl it was, could do anything. I used to think, this girl, he could make them follow him to the end of the rainbow. He had such a body. Right? And all the girls said he was so beautiful to dance with. So, what did he teach me? He said, the first thing he said was, Anthony, what does the lady follow? What does the lady follow? Hey? Shall I ask somebody else? What does the lady follow? Yeah, but what does he lead with? You're getting warm. You're getting very warm. She follows the direction of his body weight. Right, so now, if we think now, let's think waltz, right? Yeah. So I want my partner to dance that way to a natural turn. So I start it with a nice little bit of CBM coming here. I'm shaping my leg, my weight is going there. And then I can go. But then, after he said that, he said, class, the most important thing you must remember, Anthony, is that once you've directed the lady where you wanted to go, you must follow what you lead. Follow what you lead. Now, I see a lot of boys do this on a natural turn of the horse. They start from here, and start letting them go that way. 1, 2, 3. Right? So they're not, they've told their girl to go over there, and then they've gone over there. Okay? So now what does the girl do? She's going into a natural turn with this shape. Right? She's going to get there out of balance. Now, you know what you girls do now? Right. Because you're fighting for your natural position. Right? Now, if you've got to fight for your position, it's not natural, is it? So, unless you are. Right. So, just give me that hand. Right. So, I mean, I don't need to really lead this girl, she'll just go, right? So we go 1, 2, 3. Right, look at that. She's got a natural curve. She hasn't tried to do anything extra, so I'll just fit in there. 1, 2, 3. Right, now, so if I now do that in hold, or half hold, right? So I've directed my weight, then I can swing across. So I have followed what I lead. Now if we go back to the feather step, we see so many boys, they do the zigzag feather. Right? Why do they do the zigzag feather? Because you're not directing your body weight towards that foot. You're not shaping the foot to tell the lady the direction you're going. Then you've got to think about maybe from turning to the right, you've got to turn to the left. Now, what does a good dancer do before he turns to the right? What does a good dancer do before he turns to the right? Are you all asleep? Any answers? He turns to the left. Right? So if I want to do this, I have this action with that little, what we call a little bit of wind up. 1 and 2 and 3, 1 and 2 and 3. So now I've turned my body to the right on the feather step. I've now got to put my weight to the left. I can, because I've turned to the right, now I've got to put my weight to the left. This is where some of the boys